Barr, your Feng Shui and dowsing expert from West Palm Beach, Florida. Thanks for joining me today. And today we're going to talk about something a little bit different when it comes to Feng Shui. There is a school of Feng Shui that's called Flying Star, and it's exactly like it sounds. It's actually based upon the stars in the Big Dipper up in the sky. And this type of Feng Shui affects your home, your business, and it can even affect your 4 personal best directions. And if you're familiar with those types of Feng Shui, you'll know what I mean. Today, I want to talk specifically about the flying stars on businesses and how they are affecting different businesses around where I live, because you know this is what I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis. But they're probably affecting the businesses where you live too, and may even be affecting your business. And so I'm going to show you some different scenarios. I'm going to take you to 2 different strip plazas. Both have a grocery store, the same grocery store as the anchor store, and then it's got other stores around it. It's in a strip mall, and one is on one side of town and the other is on another side of town, but they're both in residential areas and they both have a lot of traffic nearby. And both of these plazas had all of their stores completely full last year. And this year I'm going to show you what's happened with those plazas as a result of not only the economy, but how flying stars can affect them. So I've got my keys, so come with me. We'll hop in the minivan and I'll take you for a ride. Come on, let's go. Okay, so here is the first public shopping plaza we're looking at, and this one faces south. And as you can see, that the first space there was empty, but all of these other spaces in this building are full. Here we go. I got to go a little bit fast because there's traffic behind me. But here's the public store. Okay. Now we'll keep going here. Here's one more space that's empty. But all of these other shops are full in this plaza. So 2 out of the 10 shops in this plaza happen to be full. And I'm going to show you another public shopping plaza here in just a second that has the same number of spots, and it's completely different. The number of spots that are taken versus the ones that are empty, it's completely different, the ratio. Hang on. So it's going to be really interesting for you to see this, because, and the reason that I picked these 2 is they are both public shopping plazas. So they both, the anchor store in both of these plazas happens to be Publix, which is a major grocery store here in South Florida. And I wanted to kind of compare apples to apples. There's no way to do a control group. If you're a scientist and you're looking at this, there's no way to do a control group because we would need the exact same buildings in the exact same area, just facing different directions, and there's no way to do that. So this is the closest that I can get. So let me show you what happens when we go to the next Publix plaza that is also in a residential neighborhood and happens to have the same number of stores. This is really interesting, and this is why Flying Star Feng Shui is critical for your business, and also critical when you're looking to buy a home or rent a building or build a building. You want to know what the flying stars are going to be, because there are some that can put you out of business and there are some that can make you very successful. So hang on, let me show you. Okay, so here's what I want to show you. This particular building has a number of shops that are out of business. And this particular plaza happens to be facing north. Sorry, I'm driving as I'm doing this, so it's a little shaky. And this plaza happens to be a Publix plaza here in South Florida. the main grocery store is Publix. And so this is another Publix plaza. It just happens to be facing north. And there's another empty space, there's another empty space. It's like almost every other space in this plaza is empty, and last year every single one of them was full. So I hope what you were able to see there is that the shopping plaza that all of the buildings face north in, this year they have a flying star that's called the Disaster Star sitting on them. The Disaster Star sits in the north. So any businesses that have a door, the main door of the building facing north, is going to have a harder time keeping the business going this year. So if you know of any businesses that have been struggling in the past, they've had hard times getting clients, this is the kind of star that will take a business like that and put it into bankruptcy. If the store is doing well, then a disaster star can mean that things are just slower or more challenging. It's harder to get clients in, but it's not as detrimental. On the other hand, the other shopping plaza that we looked at faced south. And this year, the south has what we call the relationship star. It's a type of flying star that's good for bringing in clients, for building relationships, for networking, and all of those kinds of fun things. And so if you have a business that faces south this year, it's a lot easier to bring in clients with your advertising, your networking, chamber events, and whatever else that is you're doing for marketing purposes. And we saw that in both of those plazas. The plaza that faced south had only 2 businesses or 2 units that were empty, and the plaza that faced north that was completely full last year, almost every other unit in that plaza is completely empty. Now next year is going to be better for the north, so it's just a temporary situation, and next year the south is not going to be so good. But when you know where the flying stars are, you can determine where you want to position your new office or your new building for your business so that you can take advantage of the good stars that are coming up. And if you don't, if you're not able to do that, it's okay, because you can still use Feng Shui activations and remedies to help support the good stars that are there for you for the year, and also to dampen down the energy of the stars that are negative. So all of those shopping plazas that face north this year can be using a Feng Shui remedy to dampen down the disaster star energy. It doesn't have to be disastrous. They can use Feng Shui to fix that energy and make it easier on them. Doesn't mean it's going to be a complete cakewalk. They're still going to have some challenges, but it'll be a lot smoother for them. So that would be my key recommendation for them. And even the stores that face south this year can do things to enhance the relationship star, because all of these stars have Feng Shui remedies and Feng Shui activations. So I hope you found that interesting. And as a matter of fact, I want to let you know I am going to be offering an online Feng Shui class here in October, just for people who want to know the basics of Feng Shui. I'm going to be teaching Feng Shui basics. It's going to be an online class. You're going to get me one-on-one in each class, and I'm going to teach you more about the basics of Feng Shui, because setting the foundation can help you go beyond and do things like flying stars and make it even more powerful for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And then if you haven't been to my website, go to my website, palmbeachfengshui.com. And on that webpage, you can click on download and get some free Feng Shui information and some dowsing information there too. So I encourage you to do that, and see you next time.